Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We've been given some more information on land and UEE land claims, which we'll now go through. I'll also link to my other videos on land and bases and all that sort of jazz, so you can have some deeper information about all of those mechanics in the description below. There are no automatic fees for owning land or having a land claim. You can rent land off other people, so technically you could have a reoccurring price for your land if you're renting off someone else. You will be able to purchase things or hire security though. Security drones, defense turrets, mercenaries, NPCs, they may have recurring fees or maintenance costs that you'll have to keep up with. Now there's automated mining equipment, refineries, power plants, and other modules that you may construct which are going to require capital investment but also constant maintenance. So passive costs will ultimately be dictated by player choices. Once you claim a piece of land with a land claim, you can't unclaim it. You can, however, sell your property back to the UEE, a property broker or another player at its present market value or an agreed price. Surveying the land and finding resources is one way to raise the value of your land, but if you entirely tap it dry, that's most likely going to lower the value of that land. You cannot automatically execute trespassers on your UEE land claim. Trespassing is considered a minor offence and will not elevate a player's criminal status. Players will have to commit a severe transgression, such as damage or theft. This includes stealing any resources above or below land before you have the right to kill them. Outside of the UEE, basically where there's a lack of laws in space, you should be able to deal with trespassers as you wish. Now, other systems and other areas might have private security, or there might be alien laws that you have to deal with, so you might not just have free reign to execute anyone that's on your land, so just bear that in mind. Any buildings or items you have on your land that are damaged by another unauthorised player is considered a criminal offence, as is theft of any item or resource from your land. All resources and land above and below are included in your claim, however the skies are kind of public domain. Your mobiGlas will inform you when you're near private property or on private property. Some players will actually want to entice other players to visit their outposts. These signals can be sent out to either generate a warning or extend a customised welcome. So you'll have the ability to tweak what your outpost says. It says bugger off, or come in and buy some things, or use the refinery, or whatever. You will be able to ensure structures you build on your land separately as well. You can place multiple land claims next to each other, and there's no limit to how much land an individual player or organisation can claim. There is, however, enormous quantities of land available, and players wanting to maximise the likelihood of earning a return on their investment will need to be selective. That means surveying the land, possibly purchasing land off a trusted broker that's got the type of land you want, the type of materials there that you want, buy it off another player or whatever. But if you just randomly plod land around, you might not get, in fact you're very unlikely to get the resources you want. You could strike it rich though. You could buy a near worthless claim, not do any work, and just plop it down and it'd be full of gold or something. The difficulty and expense of procuring, exploiting and protecting land is going to increase with the amount of area that you own as well. So most organisations or players will reach a natural limit to how much property they can effectively control based on their size and based on what is literally feasible for people to do. UEE security will engage pirates and outlaws regardless of whether they own the land or not. Conversely, they will also move to protect the land of a pirate if they have a valid land claim. This can lead to some odd situations. If the property owner with a valid UEE claim is a felon and the UEE turn up to deal with another player that's committing a crime on his property, they'll then target both targets. They're both outlaws, or they're both criminals. The UEE will go after them both. And the UEE do not revoke land, even if you're a pirate, even if you're an outlaw. Once you buy it, it is yours. Although getting to your land and kind of living on it peacefully if you're an outlaw in UEE space might be more difficult. The oceans and large bodies of water that are around planets and moons are considered public resources, and as such you're not able to buy them. However, parcels that include ponds, lakes, and smaller liquefied resources can be harvested for profit and will belong to the landowner. They intend to allow players to license access to their property as well, so other players and NPCs can rent them off them for a recurring fee. This could be used to have like facilities, like refineries being used by other players, or even allows for the setting up of bases and then renting them out to entirely different orgs and factions. In regards to altering the actual land, there is no plans to allow players to dynamically alter the topography of their land. They may allow for soil composition changes for farming and stuff though, and longer term they may support some level of localized atmospheric modification for further control, which sounds pretty cool. Minor level terraforming, but it's mainly for farming, cool stuff like that. Every month we give away a ship. For December it's the massive Orion mining vessel donated by our featured org Selfmade, an organisation looking at all types of gameplay, kind of anti-pirate, they've got a lawful neutral stance, and they focus on you developing your character in the verse and not being a dick to others. Links below if you're interested in joining them. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that Orion is be subscribed to my YouTube channel on Common and any of my Star Citizen videos during this particular month of December. Do you have any questions about land claims, about bases, about all that sort of jazz, Alpha 3.0, the PTU, chuck them in the comments below. A special thank you to my Patreons who allow me to create the amount of content I do. If you're interested in becoming one of them, you can find the links to Patreon as well as everything else we discussed down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe as well, because it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.